Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan with Resale World Technical Support, and this is a video on how to send an existing item to Shopify through the Liberty Item Entry app. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my iPad here, and we're going to tap the Item Entry app. Once we tap the Item Entry app, most of the time we'll have Touch ID or Face ID enabled, and it will allow us to bypass the screen by either using your finger or your face. For this instance, we're going to go ahead and type in a password and a username. And then we're going to tap Submit. So in order to be able to push items to Shopify, we do need to have some features enabled. At the top right corner, there's a folder option. We're going to tap that, and then we're going to tap Edit Settings. Next, we're going to go to Item Edit Fields. This will allow you to see all the different fields that you will have access to when you're editing an item. This process is completely separate from when you're adding an item and the extended tab that shows up there. Most of the time, we do see category being added, as well as attributes to change those. And then some multi-location stores will want to scroll down and select location and wait. The most important option in here for Shopify is web item. This must be checked in order to be able to send items up, and it is not checked by default. So we're going to go ahead and check mark that. We'll go back to settings. And then we want to look at our camera resolution. So higher resolution pictures tend to look great, or I should say better, on Shopify. So we can tap this, and we can either use high or max. We recommend that you try using high first, and if the quality is not up to par or what you would like to see, you can go in here and change it again. A couple of other options that will help you is to set the logout timer for longer than 5 minutes at the very bottom of the screen here, scrolling down. And in some cases, 20 to 30 minutes can be helpful when you're editing your items. So that way you don't get constantly booted out. Now we're ready to edit our items. So I'm going to go ahead and tap Done. I will show you both main methods of editing items or finding the items so that you can add images and push them to Shopify. So the first main method is to search for an account and search for the item in an account. So I'm going to go ahead and tap 1. And we'll go into our John Doe account. Next, I'm going to go ahead and view the inventory on this account. And then we're going to go ahead and tap on an item. So as we can see, this item has 3 images. In some cases, they will have none, which is fine. To edit the item and add images, we're going to tap the menu button at the top right. And then we are either going to add images with the camera or add images from the library. One thing to note with adding images from the library is that you can add the images ahead of time, take your pictures, and this will allow you to multi-select the images so that way you can have one quick flow process. Otherwise, if you add the images with the camera through the app, it can take a little bit longer if you want to take more pictures. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and tap Add Image with Camera. So I'll go ahead and take another picture of my laptop here. And then I'm going to tap Use Photo at the bottom right. As we can see, my image has been added. Now we have to send this item to Shopify. If we tap the menu option again at the top right, and then we go to Edit Item, we'll find that those fields that we added earlier are going to appear. So right now I do have this item already set to yes. And that means that depending on what your settings are in Listing Manager, the item will go straight up to Shopify, or it may require a separate web item entry person to look at the item and then send the item up to Shopify. So I'm going to go back. We also have our location, our weight if we need to change that, and anything with a description can all be changed through this Liberty Item Entry app. I will note that if the item is already on the web, changing the description on the iPad will not actually change the item, will not actually change the description on the listing. Any changes that are done to the description on a listing should be done through the listing manager. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel on here. And then at this point, if I close out and save this, the item will then go straight to Shopify if it is not already there. The other way to edit an item and send it to Shopify is to start at the very beginning. We're going to go all the way back to where we're searching for an account. We then tap the folder on the top right corner here, and we do Item Lookup. In here, we're given two options. We can either enter the account-item number, or we can scan a tag. So with scanning a tag, if we tap Scan Tag, the camera on your iPad will focus on the tag and actually pull the item from the barcode. Same thing with enter a number. If we search for, say, 1-1, it will automatically find the item that we're looking for. And then we can just tap the item here and edit it directly from this screen. This was a video on how to send an existing item to Shopify through the Liberty Item Entry app.